Hello, and welcome to my channel. I'm glad you could join me. My name is Kalyi, and today we're going to be talking about the quality of our water and how to improve it. The fluoride that's in our water systems actually damages the pineal gland, which is our center for psychic receiving and transmitting. Fluoride actually calcifies the pineal gland. And it's almost impossible to escape it. It's in many water supplies. Certainly in Australia it is. The first very easy thing to do to lessen our fluoride is to not use fluoride toothpaste. There are many, many good toothpastes on the market now that do not contain fluoride. You can buy them from health food shops and even from the supermarket these days. The quality of our water is important because humans are made up of about 75% water. And there was a Japanese scientist called Masuru Emoto who did a lot of experiments with water. And he found that if you put certain words onto the container that contains the water will change its molecular structure. So, for example, water that he collected from a dam had a very loose structure. And if he put negative words on the water container, the structure was also very loose. But then if he put positive words on the water container, the molecular structure changed. He would freeze the water after it had been exposed to positive words or blessings, and then look at it under an electron microscope. And the difference was amazing. So in this picture here, the top picture was water collected from a dam, and the bottom picture was after it had been blessed by a Buddhist monk. And this particular crystalline structure is my favourite, with the words love and gratitude. This is what I put on my own water container. The second thing I do to improve my water quality is I use a filter. And there are a huge range of filters available, ranging from very cheap to very expensive. All of them will do something. If you can afford an expensive one, then buy one if you can. I use quite a cheap one, which will do something. It's better than the water straight out of the tap, which often has germs and bacteria in it as well as fluoride. Even the cheap filters will filter out some of these negative materials from the water. And the third thing I do is I put crystals directly into the water container. You can't put every single type of crystal in the water container because some of them dissolve. So do a bit of research. Each crystal has its own unique positive properties, and if you put them into the water will be imbued with those qualities. At the moment, I have clear quartz and amethyst in my water container. Another thing to keep in mind when talking about our physical health is EMFs, or electromagnetic frequencies. This is basically radiation, and we can't escape it these days because it comes from our computers, our phones, from Wi-Fi, from towers, from microwaves, and these invisible energies are floating around in our environment. We can't escape them, as I said, but we can do things to mitigate the effects. So a few of the things that I do is, firstly, try not to have your phone actually touching you, especially touching your head. Don't press it up against your head. And if you're not using it for a few minutes, then don't put it on your lap. Also, don't carry it around in your pocket or in your bra, as some women did when I lived in London. Because even though phone manufacturers will say it doesn't cause any negative effects, it actually does, because it's radiation. And cumulatively, there are many anecdotal stories that are true. And even if you read scientific studies saying that there's no ill effects from radiation, unfortunately there is. Try and carry your phone in a bag that is not touching your body, if you can. Also, earbuds, Wi-Fi earbuds, are definitely not good for health. You don't want anything with radiation or EMFs close to your head. So if you listen to meditations at night, as I do with my phone, a better way than the earbuds is to get a long cord with the earphones and try not to have the phone at the same level as your head. I will use the long cord with the earphones and put the phone on the floor. There will still be EMFs radiated out from the phone, but they're further away from my head. So it's better than having it on your pillow, for example. Never put your phone on your pillow next to you or under your pillow. Also, don't use your phone when it's charging, because the radiation increases a lot when the phone is charging. I don't have the phone in my bedroom when it's charging. I try to be nowhere near the phone when it's charging. If I can put it in a different room when it's charging, that's the best. There are also some natural things you can do which will mitigate the effects to a small degree, such as putting black crystals on your computer. I always have a tourmaline right here. Apparently the black crystals are quite protective in that they draw in the radiation and recycle it. It's recycled as healthy energy. I always wear a shungite in a necklace and will have other black crystals in my flat. There's also commercial EMF filters and protectors that you can buy. I don't know how well these work, but it's probably worth doing some research into their effectiveness if you can afford them. So this is the end of lesson 2. Wherever you are in the world, I wish you love and courage in your journey, and I'll see you in lesson 3. Take care and bye for now.